the month of April probably hasn't gone the way the Giants have wanted it to. They've had a lot of key injuries to key players like Madison Bumgarner, and it's just all in all been a bit of a mess. The Giants started off the season against the Diamondbacks. They opened it up, and Mad Bum homers twice. But then Mark Melancon can't close it out. The $62 million closer can't close it out. Now it was a little bit of a hiccup. It was a little bit a little bit of a, I don't know. You could say a fluke. And then the next game, they win the next night. Not the next night, on Tuesday. But they win, and they drop the next two to the Diamondbacks, and they end up starting the season 1-3. And, for the most part, I wasn't worried, but then they weren't beating the Padres. Once again, the team was struggling, and the one constant trend you see after they play the Diamondbacks is they have the trouble scoring runs. After the season finale against the Diamondbacks, they can't score runs. They scored 3 runs in that series finale. Then they score 6 runs but lose. Then the next game they score 1. They win with 5, but once again, there's not enough runs being scored in a lot of these games. They struggle. They get a bit of a kind of so-so streak. Winning winning about 4-7 in that second week of the season. But that first week, that opening day, Buster Posey goes down, and once again, the Giants weren't looking the best. And it's been a constant trend. Then they go to Colorado, and they can't hit. How do you go to Colorado and can't hit? They play in Kansas City beforehand. They couldn't hit. They put up all of 2 runs in Kansas City. That's it. In Colorado, they put up more runs, but they got blown out 12-3, 8-0. It was a close game, 6-5 to start off that series, but it didn't really matter. There's been a couple bright spots, but like Christian Arroyo, but for the most part, the Giants have been struggling. They struggled against the Dodgers a little bit. They won Game 1, but only 2-1. Game 2, lost. Game 3, 4-3. Once again, can't score enough runs, but they won. 4 isn't enough, though. You want to be able to close it out with a bit more runs. Next game, they lose 5-1 in extras. So it was a 1-1 tie in extras, and they end up giving up a crooked number. And then this final series against the Padres. Now, they start off nice against the Padres. Christian Arroyo homers in the 8th, and they win the game. You think, hey, maybe the Giants are going to get hot to end off April. Next game, they lose 12-4. The bullpen blew it, and it wasn't all that good. The next game, the bullpen, I don't want to say blows it again, but it was a 3-run home run to Will Myers to end off a forgettable April. Now, in my opinion, the Giants are struggling, and they need to get something going, or they need to change something. Something needs to be changed. They're not hitting when they need to hit, and they're not getting the runs when they need to get the runs. It's like, and it's been a constant trend. One day they'll get good pitching, but they won't get the runs, and the next day they'll get a lot of runs, but not pitching when they need it to. They've also made a couple of errors, and that's it's very uncharacteristic of the Giants to make all these errors. Now, it's only April, and you shouldn't be worried. And there's a lot of things the Giants fans in general should be, and the Giants in general should be kind of glad to see. And there's a couple silver linings. For one, Matt Cain. Matt Cain's pitched great in his first couple starts, and you could say reinvented himself. Another a silver lining, Christian Arroyo. They called him up because they needed a spark of some sort. They called him up, and he's an immediate impact. Had a great week this week, and has shown why, He was one of the Giants' top prospects down in the minor leagues. Um, you know, but for the most part, they need to find a way to get things going. Now, it's only April, so if you're a Giants fan, you shouldn't be worried. Now, I've seen a lot of Giants fans, particularly in the Facebook comment section, that have been whining and complaining about the Giants, and all they do is complain. Like I said, this team isn't that bad. There's no need to panic. It's only April. This team will get it together. This team has shown that when their backs are against the wall, they can they figure out things. They know how to get things done. Now, sure, the loss of Mattis Bumgarner till about beyond the All-Star break it sucks. But Ty Block has pitched great. Matt Cain has pitched great. For the most part, we've been getting great starts from Johnny Cueto, Matt Moore, and Samardzija, just lack of run support at times. First and foremost, the Giants need to find a way to get runs. That's the first thing they need to fix if they want to find a way to get back into the NL West. And the second thing is find a way to fix the bullpen, maybe tweak it a bit. I'm not saying the bullpen's been terrible, but there's been times where the Giants are looking like last year's Giants where they couldn't get outs. But I think it's all gonna go past. It's all just gonna be gone in the rearview mirror. Tomorrow starts a new month. Starts the month of May. I think the Giants will get back into the swing of things, and we'll be back, and we'll look like the Giants that we've all been accustomed to seeing. Mark my words. The Giants will win the series against the Dodgers this upcoming week. Johnny Cueto is going to win his start. Matt Moore is going to win his start. And Jeff Samardzija is going to win his start. I'm calling a sweep of the Dodgers, and that's, I think, what the Giants need. First, they need to get some run support for their pitchers. Second, shut down innings, and that's the recipe for success. Hopefully, they can turn things around in the month of May. Please, just turn things around. I hope. They're going to turn things around. Yeah. They're going to turn things around. I've seen it before.